Hello beautiful beings, welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be more in-depth into EFT tapping or emotional freedom technique. A little more information about it and how I use it to heal my trauma, remove my emotional triggers, and how doing that helps you manifest. Okay, so I actually wanted to find on Google a description of what it is. So I found a few, and I like this one the best. Actually, I'm gonna read both. So this one says that emotional freedom technique is a form of counseling intervention that stimulates acupressure points by pressuring, tapping, or rubbing these points while focusing on situations that represent personal fear or trauma. It says that the founder was Gary Craig, and this is actually a form of energy medicine, acupressure, and acupuncture. So while you're tapping, you're also tapping on your meridian points, which are energy points in your body. So the second description that I found says, EFT works by tapping on acupressure meridians to release blockages. When these blockages are released, the problem feeling can be released and moved through the body. The process starts with a beginning statement of what the problem feeling is and includes a complete acceptance and acknowledgement of the problem. Okay. So I'll see if I can link this in the description box below. So this is the EFT acupuncture points and what they mean under Chinese medicine. I think it's very interesting to know. So when we tap at the top of our head, this is 100 meeting points meridian. And tapping on this point right here releases your inner critic, lack of focus, and gerbil wheel thinking. That's when you're kind of like in that loop. It allows for insight, intuition, spiritual connection, focus, wisdom, spiritual discernment, and clarity. When you're tapping on the eyebrow, which is your bladder meridian, you release trauma, hurt, sadness, restlessness, I think I butchered that, impatience, frustration, restlessness, and dread. It allows inner peace and emotional healing. So this point right here, sometimes I do it with both hands on both sides, is very powerful. When you tap on the side of the eye, that's the gallbladder meridian, and that releases rage, anger, resentment, fear of change, and muddled thinking. It allows for clarity, compassion, and understanding. When you tap into the eye, that's your stomach meridian, and that releases fear, anxiety, worry, emptiness, nervousness, and disappointment. It allows for contentment, calmness, feeling safe, and the feeling of all is well. When you tap under the nose, that's the governing meridian. It releases embarrassment, shame, guilt, grief, fear of ridicule, powerlessness, fear of failure, and psychological reversals. It allows for self-empowerment, self-acceptance, and compassion. When we tap on the chin, that's the central meridian, and it releases confusion, uncertainty, embarrassment, shame, and second-guessing decisions. It allows for certainty, clarity, self-confidence, and self-acceptance. When we tap on the collarbone, that's the kidney meridian and the adrenals, it releases psychological reversal, worry, indecision, feeling stuck, and general stress. It allows you to ease in moving forward, confidence, and clarity. There is one more under the arm right here, and that's the spleen meridian, and that releases guilt, obsessing, worry, hopelessness, insecurity, and poor self-esteem. It allows for clarity, confidence, relaxation, and compassion for self and others. So when you're tapping along with me, you now understand why each tapping point is so important in your body. So EFT tapping was introduced to me through a Facebook group. Someone mentioned that they were liking a tapping video very much, that it was making them feel really, really happy. So they added the link to that video. So I clicked on the link, took me to YouTube, and I started tapping along with that video. I had heard of EFT tapping previous to that, and I had tried to tap on my own, but it didn't feel very good. I think it was because I needed like a visual on how to do it properly, and I also needed more understanding on how it was actually so helpful. So one of the major benefits of doing EFT tapping is that it helps to release the emotional pain and emotional stress that gets stuck in the body. So when you've been through a traumatic event or just major stresses, a lot of the times we are unable to process those emotions properly, and they get stuck in the body. So it's kind of like, shit, what else? Because we're already dealing with so much, right? And it gets stuck in the body, and it creates energy blockages, which makes it very easy for you to manifest what you want, because there's that blockage, right? I think it kind of goes back to like that whole gut feeling. I think I'm gonna speak about that in another video, about how I don't really believe in that gut feeling anymore. So when you're getting these emotions come up, right? These negative emotions, it's kind of like a cassette that's been stuck on a loop. And it's an unconscious thing that is happening. A lot of the times it's not conscious, it's subconscious. You just know you feel like shit. So when you tap, you're kind of scratching that tape, you're scratching that video, so that after a certain point in time, you can't play that tape anymore, right? So you're able to release these emotional blockages. And because energy never dies, right? It's kind of like you're cleansing the energy. You're cleansing your energy field around you, and you're opening yourself up to what you do want to manifest. It's very powerful. It's actually used as a technique for people with PTSD and a lot of other issues, because it's extremely helpful. I would say that the same way that Ho'oponopono gives you some detox symptoms, so can EFT tapping, because you have to understand a lot of times things are multi-layered. So it has to be a routine, something that you work on daily, or at the very least daily for a while, right? So we do like the 30-day challenges. Those things are very good. And then it just frees you up. It frees your energy up. So I tap on specific statements daily. So there is two ways that you can use EFT tapping. You can use EFT tapping to tap in your affirmations, and that makes them a lot stronger. It shortens the time for you to kind of like believe the affirmation. So when you're saying affirmations over and over and over, at the beginning you don't necessarily believe them, and you don't need to believe them to manifest. But what you want to do is you want to be able to say the affirmation up until the point that it reaches your subconscious mind. And once it's established, once that new affirmation or belief is established in your subconscious mind, then you're kind of like manifesting on autopilot, regardless of what's happening consciously. So that is what we always want to strive for. We want to strive for the affirmations or the new beliefs to get to the subconscious mind. For the most part, you'll be manifesting before then, but we want it to get to subconscious mind because that is the foundation of everything, and that is what's going to make sure that our manifestations stay and they don't just run away. What else? So you can tap in your affirmations to shorten the time for believing them. They get kind of like rooted faster. And you can use EFT tapping to release, kind of like you're not feeling good enough, like the video I just made a few days ago. You don't feel good enough, you can tap in acknowledging. It is also very powerful when you acknowledge your feeling, even if it is negative. Even though I feel like I am not good enough, I choose to deeply and completely love and honor myself. So it kind of becomes a combination, because at the beginning you're acknowledging that you don't feel something good. You're still loving yourself. And then usually towards the end of the session, you're still end up tapping in your affirmations. So that is the second way that EFT tapping is usually used, as a combination of just you feel really shitty, and you start kind of like, okay, how do I feel now? Do I feel a 10 at a worst? Or do I feel a 1? You can tap in, even though I don't feel wanted, I choose to deeply and completely love and honor myself. And you go through the sequence and you say, I choose to let it go. It is safe to let it go. And then at the end you tap it in, because I am wanted. I am wanted. I am wanted. I am wanted. And then once you're finished, you assess yourself again. How do I feel now? And then you should start to feel better. One thing I've noticed when I tap in my affirmations is that the affirmation loops in my mind easier. So if I tap in, I am blissfully married, for example, I notice that by the time I finish the sequence, I am happily married is on loop in my mind, which is also very beneficial, because that's what you want to manifest. So I hope this video was helpful to you. Tap along with me in my EFT tapping videos. Let me know what other EFT tapping videos would you like me to make. Do you have a specific statement you want to see in a video? Do you want to work on something specific? Let me know and I can make it for you. As a reminder, I do offer coaching. I'm a mindset coach that loves to focus on healing through trauma, because that is my background. I am getting certified in Ho'oponopono, so I'm going to be a legit Ho'oponopono teacher. And leave me any comments down below, anything else you might want to see from me. And until next time, bye.